welcome back to the channel. Food. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe with flag videos like this.
Have you guys ever noticed this? So if you guys know about Erewhon, the market Erewhon, if you guys jumble the letters, you know what it spells? Nowhere. Why do you think that is? Now, if you notice, their prices are out of control. If you've ever been to Erewhon, they have like $30 grapes and shit like that. So the reason it's nowhere is because they can make up any prices and you're gonna pay for it because it's that price. I mean, just for example, they got you guys paying $20 for one single strawberry and $45 for pistachio spread. Who is paying this? So what I get from it, it's like purgatory. It's like made up. Hey, we can charge anything we want and you're gonna pay for it. So it's like nowhere. It doesn't exist. Just like the Matrix says, because this is a matrix that people are living in, paying these prices, there is no spoon.
Sound is being used by the elites as a weapon to make you subjective to their control, to make you submissive, to make you more docile, to make you do what they say like a clone. What is the secret is that how the elites know advanced techniques on these frequencies and how it affects the brain, your emotion, hormone production, and even your health. This is really non-lethal suppressive technology. It's in widespread use by governments. Science has now proven in laboratories that it has physiological and emotional effects, adverse effects, dispersing crowds, inflicting physical pain, disorientation, confusion, anger, making people docile and suppressive. It's there. Sound and the waves that are being used out there as a weapon is something that people really need to be aware of. And if they're not aware of it, they're going to be lulled into a sleep.
I record it when I'm not out there and when I go out there. So we're gonna sneak a peek, right? So you can see there's nobody out there, right? Really nobody out there. Now watch what happens when I step outside. As soon as I step out, watch. Yeah. Coming out the woodwork. Oh, Roger. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Now all magically the park is filled with people. Look. Look. All talking now, all of a sudden. I just showed you outside, bro, before I came out. And now everybody's walking. It's the general. We ready? Let's go. Move on, Yeah.
Have y'all seen the video of the lady who found that there's a secret house under her house in her basement? And that's not even the catch. The catch is, since she's moved in, she's been smelling like something rotten in her house. and she's been cleaning, fabulosoing, putting stuff down the drain, everything, trying to get the smell out. Nothing was working. So then she got some plumbers in, and the plumbers found like a secret entrance behind two walls. Like the wall was set up so you couldn't go through it, and they found out there's a whole house in her basement under her house. And what's even crazier, they found human remains in that secret house. Windows boarded up, everything. And the landlord, when she spoke to the landlord said, "Oh, I have no idea." What do you mean you have no idea that was there? So now it's being investigated as a crime scene, because when she went in there, what she saw, she was like, nah, this doesn't look like it was natural. Like, she's saying she's seen claw marks and all of that on the carpet and stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm moving out. I'm moving out.
Smile, guys, we're gonna be in a Netflix documentary.
How many of y'all seen a video where the girl says, if you're seeing this video, you're in group 7? Mind you, ever since I seen that video, I have been seeing nothing but group 7s. I'm in group 7. Mind you, this woman did other videos, other groups. I had to go on her page to see other videos about other groups because the algorithm didn't show me those groups. The algorithm showed me that I'm in group 7. And group 7 is deep. When I say there is so many videos of people saying that I'm in group 7, it's crazy. It's insane. Now, mind you, this is a testament to how this algorithm works. So I jump down that rabbit hole and I go group for group to see what's going on in the other groups. Mind you, group 7 is a bunch of comedians, but it's deeper than that. And the reason I say it's deeper than that, because I am a life path 7. This shit is scary. I also see that group 7 are truth seekers. Most of the people in group 7 have a big social media presence. This shit is crazy. But how does the algorithm know that shit? Give me a couple of days, I'm gonna wait till this thing right there starts dwindling down, and I'm gonna do another experiment. Pay attention though, this is showing you how this algorithm works. This algorithm is watching you. It knows everything you do. It knows exactly who you are. And this is evidence right here. I'm out.
If you're watching this video, you are in group 7. I've posted 7 videos tonight, and this is the 7th one. Just as a little science experiment to see what kind of video gets the most reach out of the 7. And I don't know what that says about you, but you're in group 7. Welcome.
We now have full confirmation that Tyler Robinson was not on the roof. On the left is the photo that the FBI released showing us Tyler Robinson, and on the right is seconds after Charlie Kirk took the bullet. This is supposed to be Tyler Robinson going up the stairs, just for this to be him 5 minutes later. The top right is the person who did it, the person in the black. Tyler Robinson clearly walked in red to the campus to where he's seen right here. And then he clearly goes to Dairy Queen afterwards wearing the same red shirt and black hat. There's also plenty of photos of him wearing red after the accident. The FBI's official story is that Tyler Robinson at 8:07 went to the campus only to come back and change, then go back, where they say this is him. But there's a reason he's still claiming he's not guilty, because the more that these photos keep coming out, the more his defense is going to be smiling. He's not guilty. The truth is here. These are 2 different people. Do you agree with me? Comment your thoughts.
Y ahora, un poeta.
I'll never make fun of pineapple pizza again.
Where is it? What is it? What is it? Shh. Is it gonna see you? Are you scared? Can you see the dragon?
It's right here. Oh, books.
Where's the dragon? Where is it now?
Oh, books.
It's still at the books?
Yeah.
Come show me.
Oh, no, I'll show me.
Is it too scary?
Like that.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
It's a bug.
It's a bug? Is it a bug?
No.
No. What is it?
It's a wagon.
Is it a dragon?
Yeah.
Is it a big and scary dragon? Or is it small?
It's big.
It's big?
Yeah.
Did the dragon go home? Where is it? Is it in there?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Go on.
No, I got in.
Why?
Because it's scary.
It's scary?
Yeah.
I'm Roberto. He walked us around the Mayans, the ruins, and he explained to us how the sun moves in a figure 8. So you would say that the earth does not move, then the sun and the moon.
For Mayas, yes. The sun is the one move. Okay?
In the earth. So you say the earth does not move?
No move.
So would you consider the earth being flat?
Yeah, flat. That's why they're using the shell, of the turtle. The chest represent the earth, and the shell shape, the domus.
The dome,
Yeah.
the firmament.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Now, y'all come see Roberto down here, and where are we at now?
Tulum, Piña House.
That's right. See ya.
Well, why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it.
A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone on this planet.
Imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
What I discovered is it's not the drug that gets you high, it's your immune system's response. And it's the release of a specific neurotransmitter. And in the case of dimethyltryptamine, the one you get out of crabgrass is 5-alpha dimethyltryptamine, whereas the one that creates the high is your immune system's response with N comma and hyphen dimethyltryptamine. That was a study that I did at the University of Washington, and then later Rick Strassman and others have done on dimethyltryptamine. Neurotransmitters are basically unique geometries that if you can manifest them in your mind's eye in a specific manner, you can create a wormhole.
That looks weird. I don't know if you guys can see that. For me, I see it looks like a little shadow there. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. Oh, that looks creepy. What the f? There's somebody there. Hello? What the fuck?
Hola?
hearing noises. Holy shit, I just saw somebody staring at me.
Hola. Soy un amigo.
Oh, kagat. Kagat na. Kagat ang ina mo. Namukupal.
And why did you stop, buddy? Just stick to the script.
You brought up AI girlfriends.
We did a podcast episode recently about this Reddit thread with this story that I just cannot get out of my head. So this woman, she's married to her husband. I think they had 3 kids together. She'd been noticing that over the last few months, he had been starting to get a little bit more distant. He sat her down one day and he said, I'd like for us to open up our relationship to a third person. She said, who? What are you talking about? He said, I have an AI girlfriend. She said, I started laughing at first. I couldn't believe it. Like, what do you mean? And open up our relationship to a robot? What are you talking about? She started laughing and then she realized he was dead serious. And he said, the girlfriend and I, we've already talked about it. She helped me figure out how to have this conversation with you. She would like to be involved in the children's lives. This woman was just absolutely stunned. He's presenting this as an ultimatum. Like, this needs to happen or I'm going to leave the relationship. I'm going to leave our kids.
You guys see I'm still. Look at it moving. I'm still. I'm not even moving. And look at it, it's moving back, it's doing all kind of stuff. Now and then went out the way. Okay, there we go. And wait a minute, it's circle and it's got a hole in the middle. Something shot out of it. Like this is you see the hole in the middle, the portal? Yes.
This shit gives you superpowers. So
Oh shit, can I hold it?
put your face into it. And just see what it looks. I got your soul. Everybody that puts this on, they puts their soul inside of this though. You'll see though in a few days.
Yo.
Y no se ha corrido como otros este gato. Normalmente los otros gatos se corren. ¿Qué sería, no? El gato negro, tranquilo, todo está bien, ¿no? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué hace un gatito? ¿Has visto algo? ¿Has visto algo, weón? ¿Qué? ¿Se volvió blanco? Oye, ¿el gato no era negro? Aguanta, espera. La moto, concha su madre. Oh, mano, la moto, huevón. El gato me avisó de algo. Gente, todo. Escúcheme. Todo está en la pantalla.
Jeff Bezos is the mastermind behind the Louvre Museum heist. Now stay with me now. Jeff Bezos has more money than most people. He has more money than he could spend in 15 lifetimes. So once you have reached the level of success that he has and bought everything money can buy, you get the things that money can't buy. Artifacts and jewels from museums. That is the key. The only person that would want those types of things are people that have already bought everything else. And before you say Jeff Bezos wouldn't do that, you're right, he hired a team to do it. Let's remember, this is the man that has a super yacht that is so big It couldn't fit under a very historic bridge, so he was trying to get them to dismantle the bridge so his yacht could fit through it. This man has no morality, no humanity. He is a bald-headed demon that wants the things that he can't have. He doesn't go band for band with Warren Buffett. He goes artifact for artifact.
Is that why Amazon servers got hacked?
This is too much. I think it's time to go. There's nobody upstairs. Get out. Okay, it's in my bedroom. Gotta get out. And here he is. Get out. I got him. I'm moving. That's it. And with that, I will admit, I was one of the scarier ones. So we're going to stay here a couple nights. And, yeah.
So NASA has confirmed that Earth now has 2 moons until 2083. Technically it's an asteroid, but hey, it looks like a moon. So it looks like Earth just got a new tag along in space, a little asteroid named 2025 Pt.190. Question, how do they name these things? Anyways, NASA confirmed this week that the rock discovered by the University of Hawaii is officially a quasi-moon, a rare type of celestial companion that travels almost exactly in sync with Earth. Like I said, it's not a true moon, but it keeps pace with us, looping around the sun in a path so similar that it appears to shadow our planet as we orbit. That's wild. Scientists estimate it's only 18 to 36 meters wide and the height of a small building. Now, unlike the moon, which is held tight by gravity, this asteroid isn't bound to it. Think of it more like a friendly runner matching your stride on the same track, close enough to notice but never touching. So apparently it's been tagging along for around 60 years now. We just found out it's going to stay with us till 2083. Now, so far, astronomers have confirmed only 8 quasi-moons in total, making each one a small but valuable clue in understanding how asteroids move and how Earth's gravity shapes the space around us. They're curiosities. But this thing will never outshine the real moon. But it will silently orbit around the Earth for the next 55 years. Wow.
Why do you put on Indian human hair? Can I ask? You know how we get that hair? When nothing goes right in the life of a Hindu person, they go through a ceremony called Tansho, where the priest in the temple incantates all the bad luck they are facing onto the hair, because for them to cut hair is such a taboo. But so that it indicates a new phase of metamorphosis, they shave their hair clean. They used to burn that hair because they understood they're burning all the bad luck, until they realized the stupid African woman wants to put it on their head. So you buy your own bad luck and you put it on your head. So I think I'll leave it there.
Hey guys, I never told you guys this, but the day after I met Northwest, I had a dream that I met Kim Kardashian, and I was like, can we film a TikTok, please? Like, I was begging her for a TikTok, and then my phone wasn't working, so I was like, I'm so sorry, like, let me just log into my TikTok account, and it wasn't working. So she was like, oh no, it's fine, just come with me to the party bus. And I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna get a TikTok in her party bus. So I went inside to her party bus, and there were literal, like, kid demons, like, begging for help, like Illuminati. Yeah, like Illuminati. Yeah, and I was like, what the f? And I got so scared, guys. Like, that dream was the scariest dream ever. Like, yes. Okay, I'm sorry. I think she's involved in that. But I think I had that dream because of Ryan Garcia, because he was saying, like, the kids and stuff. And it was so weird, because and then when we got off the party bus, we were in hell.
The IRS used one organization as the model to shove every religion into. And that one organization was the Salvation Army. And they created 14 points and said, this is what the Salvation Army does, so this is what church is. Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Judaism, you name it, is tucked into that same 14 points. You need a house of worship, you need a board of elders, you need a creed or a form of worship, you need childcare. It's literally just replicas of the Salvation Army. Today, there's 400,000 churches in the US. You know what else is a church? The Hells Angels. What? Yeah, they're registered as a church. I had someone from the CIA call me a few months ago. They were like, hey Nathan, what do you know about the 14-point checklist? All I know is what the head of the IRS, the nonprofit sector, told me. And they go, okay, good, but it wasn't IRS that created that.
Who was it?
The CIA. And I said, why would they do that? They go, Christianity is dangerous, yes. And I said, yes. And they go, Islam is dangerous, yes. And I said, yes. And so they go, why not put everything into a box that you can control? So the carrot that the government uses to get religion into that box is tax exemption.
So they broke the internet, but there is something very strange going on here. It is very unusual that a company as big as Amazon Web Services, that hosts all these major websites that are critical to people's business and daily life, goes down for this long. Okay, it's weird if it goes down for more than a few minutes, but for all their servers to be affected and all these businesses having to shut down for the day, that is strange. What's even more concerning is we have gotten very little updates. Myself and the team have been checking the Amazon Web Services portal for updates throughout the day, and instead of problems getting fixed, a few of them showed up fixed, but then 10 more, 20 more, 30 more issues would pop up. Very strange timing, and I'm worried that since we haven't gotten a legitimate update explaining why the internet broke, why the internet went down, I think there could be something bigger at play here. I'm not sure if they are going to have the problem fixed soon, but we're going to have a big update because this is strange.
To make this world a place to live with peace and prosperity, I would say that Pakistan had nominated President Donald Trump for Nobel Peace Prize for his outstanding, extraordinary contributions to first stop war between India and Pakistan, and then achieve ceasefire along with his very wonderful team. And today again, I would like to nominate this great president for Nobel Peace Prize, because I genuinely feel
That's so freaky that Lizard is really speaking through him.
Bro, there are definitely some unexplainable celebrity deaths, like Left Eye from TLC.
Oh, Left Eye? What about her?
When she died, she was actually in Honduras on like a spiritual awakening journey, and she was filming a documentary. About 2 weeks into her journey and filming this documentary, her and her crew get in a car accident and actually hit a 10-year-old boy and kill him. Left Eye took this super hard, right? A lot of her crew said that the reason that she took this death so serious was because she thought that there was a spirit following her, trying to kill her, and it took the wrong person because the little kid's last name was Lopez.
Same name?
Her name is Lisa Lopez.
Oh my.
So she offered to pay for the kid's entire funeral. The kid's mom actually liked that, and so she gave Left Eye his shoes, right? Well, that's when everything took like a 180. She noticed that written on them were the initials LL, Lisa Lopez. And that to her confirmed she was the one that was supposed to die that day, not that little boy. She actually, during this documentary, there's a part in it where she says, I don't think I have much time left on this earth. I think I'm gonna die soon.
No, she knew she was gonna.
This is like rolling down a hill in a car, knowing you're gonna hit something at the bottom.
Never stepping on the brakes.
All of her crew started reporting that cameras would turn on or malfunction and not record when they wanted them to, or that the audio devices would record people speaking in languages that they'd never heard before. All of this crazy, unexplainable stuff that is real and caught on a real documentary. It's not like this is just hearsay. This stuff is caught on camera. A couple weeks after that kid's death, one day she was driving her car with her friends while the cameras were rolling, and the car just flipped out of nowhere. She was thrown from the car, cracked her skull open, and she died. And it is one of those situations that it's just like, how do you explain that?
Guys, check your ingredients, because this is supposed to be just thin sliced steak. Oh, dude, come on now. Why do we have natural flavoring B6078MB1? Look, I checked this too. On this ground beef should just be beef. It's the only ingredient, ground beef. Why do we have natural flavoring added to the ground beef? That's concerning. Natural flavoring added. Now this one, this is what I normally get. Organic grass-fed. Only ingredient is organic ground beef. That's all I should really see. Let's check the steaks too. Ingredients, beef. That should be the only ingredient. Ingredients, beef, okay. So some of them have natural flavors added to. I almost got this last week until I read the ingredients. It has the natural flavoring B18088. Just, read your ingredients, guys. If you're getting beef or whatever meat, if it's just supposed to be meat, make sure it's just meat in there and they're not adding chemicals for no reason.
I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Do you have...
Don't sell your soul.
Don't sell my soul.
I don't know. That's the vibe I got from her.
She said, don't sell my soul. That's the vibe she gets.
Now you might be wondering who some of the shadowy figures leaving Epstein's house masked up are. Well, that's none other than former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak. What was he doing there?
We have recent email leaks from Ehud Barak that is his entire email inbox from almost a year's worth of time, and they communicated almost every day, often multiple times a day, direct contact about basically everything that they were doing. He also visited him frequently, and there's a whole year of time where Ehud Barak's known visits to Epstein were monthly on a schedule. Most people were visiting Epstein in what seemed like a leisure sense, but Ehud Barak was visiting him on a regular schedule. And he was also sneaking in and out of Epstein's mansion in disguise. Jeffrey Epstein referred not just Ehud Barak, but also Benjamin Netanyahu to JP Morgan. That's the current Prime Minister of Israel. Why is a random lone referring the current Prime Minister of Israel to JP Morgan?
Allegedly.
Oh, that's very well proven.
I'm scared of getting sued
Yeah.
again.
Speaking of spiritual warfare and spiritual dimensions, 2 stories about people that have taken salvia. Truly nightmare fuel. I was in this college, this guy smoked some salvia, laid back, and all of a sudden he woke up, but he was a child, and he lived his entire life. He's a child, teenager, went through everything, got married, had kids, grew old, had to bury his wife, became a grandparent, and then died of old age, basically, and then woke up at his college where he smoked salvia, and it broke his mind.
How could it not?
And he was weeping because he's like, that life wasn't real. I had kids that I loved. This next story, I would say, is even scarier.
Oh no. Great.
This guy, also college age, smoked salvia, and he was like basically transported to where he was standing on the side of the road, and he was just standing there. Then all of a sudden he turned into a stone pillar, and he was a milestone, like a mile marker stone for 300 years.
What?
And he said he watched the forest change. He watched horse and buggy, and eventually turned into cars and a highway. And then after 300 years, a construction crew came and tore him down, and he woke up.
Bro, you go and try to get stoned, you'd become one. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. I mean, like, think about claustrophobia. Like, you have a full intellectual mind, yet you're stuck like that
for 300 years.
Straight up terrifying.
Adolf Hitler's father was Alois Schicklgruber, the bastard child of Maria Schicklgruber, who changed his name to Hitler to hide the fact that he was an illegitimate child. Many historians have claimed that Maria was impregnated by Baron Rothschild when she worked for him. The Rothschilds have been known to breed thousands of illegitimate children under different names to serve the family's agenda. And their name isn't really Rothschild. In the late 18th century, Mayor Amschel Bauer was the private banker for the black nobility through the House of Hesse and changed the family name just before expanding the family business. Rothschild means Red Shield, which was their company logo, a six-pointed star, which has become known as the Star of David.
And you ready for this one?
God.
What you need ibuprofen for when you have a perk?
Not a bad shot, just not the right shooter.
This one, you take a light and can literally move it by shining the light on these pieces of obsidian. And literally the thing starts moving based off of light. It's going to be studied at a lab here in America. It is in America, it's safe and sound, but it's quite the project to get in there innovatively and understand how it works. And so there's a team that's working on it in California. What could the power source be? I think magnetic. If I had to guess, it's something to do with magnets. Okay. And if you look at Nikola Tesla's work and some of the things he was working on patent-wise, things that he figured out possibly that may have related to this, and maybe even why his research is still not released to us today. What's interesting is both those sensors, if you put it outside, it'll follow the sun based on where the sun is in the sky. The sun will be hitting one or other of those, I don't know what to call them, just the obsidian pieces, and it'll hold it in a position based on the light. So as the sun moves across the sky, the dish will move. There was clearly a level of engineering going on here and technology going on here that resonates with Plato's Atlantis talk. I mean, the Atlantis technology, if these are 40,000 years old, then it could be from that era.
I have to laugh at it. And then you have stranger things happening, like the businessman offering $10 million to, well, get to know you better. Did you remember that?
No.
Yeah, well, I'll have to tell you about that later. But it was, I mean, things are a little bit crazy for you.
I'm sorry, but did she just say that a businessman offered Britney Spears $10 million to get to know her better? And did you see how uncomfortable Britney was? She was like, what? I think she was being used, and you know how, by plenty of men. And I think that she probably has been pregnant quite a few times, not just her 2 sons.
Famous celebrity, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Craziest X story ever.
What?
So you know how he was married to Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
And so their marriage didn't end off on good terms. Mm-hmm. There was footage recently
of what?
Of Angelina Jolie exiting a building, walking somewhere.
Yeah.
And behind her was a guy that looked like he was in prosthetics.
What do you mean?
He was like in a disguise. And I'm gonna tell you right now, look at it and let me know if you think it's Brad Pitt putting on fake prosthetics just so he can be close to Angelina again.
Word.
Yeah, also, there's even key details, because if you watch the video, not only does he look like Brad Pitt in a fucking costume, he also has the exact same mannerism, because he drank a water the same way that he did in another video.
Wait, so you think he's doing that just so he can fool the paparazzi that he's not with her, or just to stop?
No, just so he can be with her again.
For everybody here watching, I'm not kidding. Do not do any of this at home. I'm like, the bottom of my heart, I'm begging you guys, just watch this. Do not be influenced by it. Learn from this experience. Do not go into this practice. It's dark. It's not good. This is not what Jesus wants us to do. I'm very worried about this, because seriously, as a Christian, and I'm sure a lot of Christians out here watching as well, are supposed to mess with this dark magic like this. And even if you don't believe, it could come back to bite you in the ass. And so I really want you to think about it before you do it, because like I said, like with my faith and me like believing in Jesus and stuff, like it makes me feel bad. I cannot be a part of this. I want to tap into any of this like evilness and directly talk to Satan. Can't do. I will never cross this line of actually going into like Satanism and dark occult magic where we're literally showing Satan. and it doesn't sit right with my soul. I don't ever want to be paranoid or like.
This to you, devil, which is Lord Keeper of the Gate and Crossroads. I do not beg, I stand here as always, with blood in your name and on my hands in the dark tonight. I ask your permission to open this space, to call the dead, to walk between the worlds under your gaze. Let your flame bless this circle and all involved. Let your voice speak through the silence. Let your shadow stretch long enough to keep all safe. Keep all safe. Keep all safe. Come forward if you wish to speak tonight to these guys. Come close if you're ready to be seen, because no one's gonna silence you here. So if we can all together come back into the circle, what we're gonna do, because there's 4 of us. We're good to step outside the circle. Focus on the flames.
We just completed the ritual, and we'd love to know if you're willing to give us some answers about the witches here on Pendle Hill. What is the biggest misconception that people have about the devil?
That I'm all evil.
So what is your true intention if you say that you're not all evil?
Protection for those that need it.
Roxanne here has pointed out multiple times tonight that you see something specific that's going on with me in these sorts of rituals. Can you enlighten us? What is it exactly that she is seeing?
You have a darker soul than most. Different spiritual awakening soon.
A different spiritual awakening soon.
Yeah. I sense that about you. I feel that about you.
You feel that I have a darker soul?
Yeah, but not necessarily in the way that people think or see darkness. But I think there's something about you specifically that understands that.
We wouldn't feel skinny after that.
Do you know that they took away my passport out of the blue? Just took away my passport. First they said my passport, that I had some child support things, and I was like, that's some BS. Took 4 months to argue that I had no passport issues with child support. Then it's like, oh, it's your taxes. It's you owe taxes, so we're going to take away your passport. Why? So I couldn't go to Dubai. Why? So I couldn't go and get this stuff financed. It's all the suppression. And I'm like, okay. So after I'm done here today, when I get home, I'm going to put online the equations necessary to have a thing called unlimited energy, to be able to pull energy directly from the flux, just to say fuck you to the world. I'm going to show them how to pull energy directly from the flux.
Your thoughts when you're listening to him?
Yes, I have to be careful. Alex Weinstein, I consider my peers, right? I respect his intelligence, but I do believe his geometric unity theory is heading wrong direction.
It's wrong because it should have been finite. He needs a finite space in order for it to work. His fiber bundles don't work. Its entire hop vibration disappears because gauge theory becomes redundant once you introduce linchpin geometry into it. That was one of the things I tried to share with him that he refused to look at. First, I sent him a paper on how the linchpin helped with the hop vibration and how the linchpin could help in gauge theory. And then I had to rewrite the paper and show him how the linchpin makes all of that redundant. He didn't respond. It's sitting there in this thing. He hasn't responded. That's the thing I told you to send over to Brian. Because I'm like, let's go to war.
Yeah, fell off the ceiling. He just came down the chimney. Yeah, I'm trying to get him. I'm like the chimney.
Young women and girls are allegedly going missing after NBA YoungBoys concerts. He is allegedly forming a cult and is using his tour as a scouting mission to find more people for his cult. Local police have allegedly even tried to stop some of his shows because of the mass influx of calls that they get from parents about their missing daughters after the shows. The blind item reads, "The rapper, whose name comes from a professional league, seems to be building an actual cult at home. A dozen or so of his baby mamas help lure in new men, who then must recruit women to impregnate and bring into the group. There are reportedly 3 large compounds in a southwestern state, and his tours double as scouting missions for more young women. Local police try to block his performances because of the flood of parents reporting their daughters missing after his shows." And again, this is allegedly NBA Youngboy. And the next blind item from just a few days later reads, "Just as predicted, since no one shut down the show this weekend, at least a dozen teens didn't make it home after the concert in the southern city. That's only counting the ones found on social media or police reports. There could be many more unaccounted for."
This man is named Larry Silverstein, and he is both the dumbest and the luckiest businessman in the world. He's the stupidest businessman in the world because 6 weeks before 9/11, he buys the lease to the World Trade Center. Okay? Why is that stupid? Because the World Trade Center has asbestos, like a dangerous chemical. So they had to clean or remove the asbestos. The problem is the cost of removing all that asbestos would have been more than the value of the Twin Towers. That's kind of stupid, okay? Why would you lease the Twin Towers knowing that you have to put all this money into renovation, which would bankrupt you? Also, what's stupid is to have the lease, you're required to have insurance, okay? And so the insurance company says, we value the World Trade Center at $1.5 billion, okay? And Larry Silverstein says, no, it's not $1.5 billion. They are worth $3.5 billion. So he is asking to pay more insurance than he needed to. That's kind of stupid. But again, he's the luckiest man in the world because 9/11 happens, and guess what? He can now claim that 2 towers were struck, and therefore he should get twice as much as 3.55 million. He should get 7 billion. And he sued, they went to court, and he got 4.55 billion. Okay? He's also lucky because he's a workaholic, he never misses work, but that day, because of a dermatology appointment, he had to miss work. He wasn't there when 9/11 happened. The luckiest man in the world.
Oh, you guys aren't ready for this one. Now, what people don't understand is there have been so many wars, so many resets, so much erasing of our true history. The weapons that these people used to use can turn cities into stone, could melt these cities. These examples are everywhere. So when you see interesting structures like the K Village ruins in Turkey, things like this, and all of this, just know that our ancient past has been covered up. Just like they do now, they had very sophisticated energy weapons. And of course, the mainstream narrative is just going to tell you that this is just some simple rock formation. I beg to differ. You see, nothing is what it seems, ladies and gentlemen. Our history is nothing but a lie. That's why they call it history. It is his story. The victors have always wrote the history books. And the last thing they want is for us to discover the real origins of our true humanity. And as always, you need to look within for the real answers. Peace and love.
Please open the door, because I love you. I love you. Eddie, please. Eddie, open the door. Oh, God, I can't.
And what in the Tyler Perry is that?
Bro, what kind of cursed-ass jewelry did they steal? A rare tornado has just ripped through a French town just outside of Paris, killing 1, injuring 10, and leaving 4 people in critical condition. The tornado caused 3 cranes to come crashing down, one of which fell on a clinic. Entire roofs were torn off, cars were flipped, and power in the area was cut. More than 170 emergency personnel were mobilized to help support those affected. That's it, I've heard enough. Give them back.
Okay, you guys, remember I showed you in Japan where there was pedo symbols everywhere. So I'm in Barstow, California, a truck stop, and guess what? Guess what I found? Another one right there. Surprise, surprise, right? There you go, it's everywhere. You guys, these symbols are in places of where people go missing and all kind of stuff. The last one I showed you guys was at an adult entertainment place in Japan. This is a truck stop. Just watch for the symbols. And I did another one where I'm showing you in the Las Vegas airport. It's in there too, so it's crazy. And there it is again.
This is why Nikola Tesla was so obsessed with 369. Now, Tesla was quoted saying, if you only knew the magnificence of 369, you would have a key to the universe. Now, in order to fully comprehend this, we need to understand that we didn't invent mathematics, we discovered mathematics. Not only a universal language, but a universal law. So this is what Tesla discovered. If you take 1 and double it, it's 2. 2 doubled is 4. 4 doubled is 8. 8 doubled is 16, which equals 7. 7 doubled is 14, which equals 5. And it goes on in this pattern right here. As you can see, 3, 6, and 9 are separate from this pattern. Where it gets interesting, if we take 3 and we double it, it's 6. 6 doubled is 12, which is 3, and it goes back and forth with 3 and 6. 9 is separate. But every single time we double 9, it always equals 9. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, it's always 9. Tesla speculated that 3, 6, and 9 was essentially a portal to a different dimension. And as you can see here, all master numbers equal 3, 6, and 9 on into infinity. He said that once we start to study non-physical phenomena, we will make more progress than we have in our entire existence. Tesla was a king.
This is the only one that I have seen myself. This is a king of America, probably the first king to ever invade Europe. Yeah, the Moors weren't the only ones. They didn't all come from Africa, they also came from this part of the world. Of the 3 Tartarian kings was killed. Were they all related? Well, are you ready for this? It's gonna get even crazier. I also wanted to show this. There is a lot of this information online. This is another one of the original Tartarians, one of the original Moorish Tartarians when they were combined, Morocco, Algeria, Egypt, which wasn't in Africa, but I'm not doing that today. Okay, wait a minute. Hang on. Ready?
I don't think dinosaurs existed. I think the Matrix made them up completely. So the Matrix is telling us that these creatures lived from 240 to 66 million years ago. All right, and they got wiped out because an asteroid hit the Earth and created an ice age. And you guys understand that this is fake information, right? This is evolutionary propaganda. And also, they created these creatures in order to hide the fact that giants existed, because they found giant, bones in these burial mounds. And the Smithsonian was like, you know what, we need to explain away why these giant humanoid bones are here. So let's just say these reptile creatures lived millions of years ago. And that'll solve it, because they believe everything we say. They'll take that, okay? LIES. Okay, you guys know what that spells, right? Cap. Look at this. The T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, completely disproportionate. How is he holding his upper body? Hold on, let me show you. Look where his legs are, his tail back there, and then look at all that weight up there. So, the tail is gonna balance this way. If he falls, how's he get up? With those little arms. He just pivots off of his head. it just seems like he's not built right. He's bad built. Like, and I don't think these creatures are real. I don't think God made any of these things. And these are all casts. They just pour some type of resin or whatever in a cast to create these bones. I don't think any of this stuff is real. And then the fossil fuels from these dinosaurs, right? Fossil fuels originate from the remains of ancient plants and animals that were buried under layers of rock and sediment over millions of years. So it's rare. You better, salvage it, because it takes a long time to get new fossil fuels, right? That's fake information. Fossil fuels are not renewable. I think there's an unlimited supply of these fuels, but they want to create a scarcity mindset and have control over the supply and jack up the prices. So they'll say it takes a long time to create new fossil fuels, but in reality, it's unlimited. But they don't want you to know that. And then people say, oh, we know how old these bones are because of carbon dating. No, carbon dating is only reliable up to 50,000 years, okay, because of carbon-14's half-life. So even if these bones were real, you wouldn't even be able to tell how old they actually are, because carbon dating is unreliable. I don't think any of this, I think these are all fake. These are all made-up creatures, mythical.
If a certain population had a genetic trait, you can make the synthetic pathogen specifically name your niche of race or specific genetic population.
So I remember Bobby Kennedy got into a great deal of trouble because he said at some event, COVID had disparate effects on populations.
COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and Black people. The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese.
I think the point that he was trying to make, or maybe didn't articulate well, is that the agent can be tailored to have that effect. And that's absolutely true. What I'm saying is you can make this so specific as that if I got your DNA, I can tailor an agent just to you. And this is how it's changing. And if you're using AI behind that, say that I got a DNA sample from a couple of your relatives, so I knew what your family tree partially looked like, the AI could have the disease travel through your family line.
Damn.
Baby, I was trying to feed you the chicken. We can still cook it.
No, we can't.
What the hell, man? I'm never cooking again. Look, don't cook, don't clean. Let me tell you, I still got a ring, okay? This is not. Oh my God.
Alright, hey y'all, is there anything else y'all need from us?
She cooked everything on the stove but the chicken.
I selected 3 pieces varying in shape and size. The largest mirror is rectangular shaped, and the 2 smaller mirrors consist of a triangle and a square. At a very close distance, all 3 mirrors reflect the same intensity of light, and as expected, reflect their true shape and size. But as the target is moved away from the reflecting mirrors and the focal length is extended, something amazing begins to occur. All 3 reflections become round, and even though the mirrors are of different sizes, all 3 reflections project the same diameter circle. The only difference being the larger mirror's image of the sun is brighter than that of the smaller mirror.
This is a little neon bulb. Neon. It's just a little neon bulb. And I will say, when you light this up, it is orange as can be. And there's a copper twirled around us. So if you look at the top of that, I don't know if you can see that, if I kind of try to move it around as well, but there's copper in a coil around that. And these are neon bulbs. But when you light this up, it looks exactly like the sun. So if you see back in the 1900s, they started to understand that they could mimic the sun. They could mimic these things, and they could bring bulbs into the house, which are very healing. Somebody just said neon bulb, orange, copper intertwined. Yes, that's what this is. And these little bulbs, and you can put these in your room. And it's like you have a little sun in your room. And this is the thing, is this is what we're supposed to bring into our house. The old-fashioned bulbs, the incandescents, the Edison bulbs, you know, all these original bulbs. This is what heals people. These LEDs and this stuff this is what's causing people to have headaches, migraines. You know, they're like, I can't figure it out. Well, your screen is blinding you. Your TV is blinding you. Your computers, all these things, they got LEDs, all this stuff in here. And people don't realize that even with when it gets into lights, we used to have in the screens were LCD. So liquid crystal display.
You want me to say who the owners of the world are? This is where everyone starts asking me. I love this, that you would ask me that. I might have to have a certain. It makes me nervous to say who they are. First of all, I've been saying it for 30 years, and people, when I tell them, their eyes just go because they cannot handle the truth. Remember that Jack Nicholson movie? You can't handle the truth. You don't want it. But it's so obvious that I just will say it. The owners of the world are the royals, kings, queens, imps, wizards that own every single dime on earth and bank at the Bank of International Settlements. That's the owners of the world who decide every war and arm both sides because they make money. They're arms dealers. They're not arms dealers. They also make prisons. They also make, they're invested in depopulation. The WF, WHO, all those bullshit things out of the UN, they need to depopulate this planet of useless eaters, which they call us, because they have no place to ride their horses. And conduct their fox hunts or their people hunts or whatever it is they do that we all really know about but ignore. The reason that the vampire stories are so popular, take a look at that too.
This is actually insane. A 23-year-old woman faked her entire pregnancy using a prosthetic baby bump, faking ultrasound scans, and even using a mechanical silicone baby to deceive her friends and family after giving birth. Bro, somehow she even convinced the baby's father. How? Now, pretending to be pregnant was the easy part. In public, she'd always wear a prosthetic, and online, she would post ultrasound scans and even come up with convincing details, like some of the tests showed that her baby had a heart defect. She had a gender reveal, a baby shower, and her loved ones turned up with expensive gifts like prams and a car seat. But when it came time to actually give birth, a little more tricky, but she was way too far to go back now. So she locked in. She gave birth completely alone, so brave, and then began posting pictures of her newborn, which turned out to be a hyper-realistic reborn doll, which, for anyone who doesn't know, these dolls can move, have facial expressions, and even pee and poo, and are often used as a form of therapy for those struggling with infant loss, dementia, or infertility. But they can set you back hundreds, if not thousands. However, eventually her family started suspecting that someone was sus. They never heard the child cry, they weren't allowed to touch it, and at this point, realizing that she'd have to freaking adopt a child, send it off to college if you wanted to continue this shit, she decided to call it a day by telling her boyfriend, the father, that the child died. Glad she let him down gently. But by that point, it was too late, and it all came out when her mother reportedly discovered the baby doll in her bedroom. Now, she has since apologized, saying, "You didn't deserve to be lied to like that. None of you did. Everyone who came to the gender reveal, all the people who gave me gifts or support. I just didn't know how to stop once I started. And to everyone I made look bad along the way, the dad and his family especially, I'm sorry."
Well, that makes sense.
Wait, hold up. Let me get this straight. So one of the richest men on earth wants you to have a digital ID, and that's just the beginning. Larry Ellison, the owner of Oracle and now TikTok, not only said he wants our data centralized with an AI surveillance system, but he also said this.
Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything.
Citizens will be on their best behavior. That sounds like a very dark dystopian future. And speaking of citizens, these people are protesting as we speak in the streets of London with signs that say no to digital ID. And why does this seem like a bigger overall plan in Europe? Because not only they're pushing a digital ID, but a CBDC as well, a central bank digital currency, in which is being pushed by this woman, the president of the European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde.
Put to reality this digital euro. The deadline for us is going to be October of 25. and we all get.
This is why education is key, you guys. Here's a trick bag. So they don't want you buying Bitcoin and other decentralized protocols, but they want you to buy their crypto, a CBDC, controlled by them and only them. And if you guys don't think this can happen, well, it's already happening in China right now with digital IDs and a social credit score.
I once again cannot buy food. A couple days ago, my uncle and my cousin helped me get a cell phone that is linked to a Chinese bank card so that I could buy anything.
And if that's not bad enough, they even have facial recognition technology for kids to get inside their own schools. And I'll say it once and I'll say it again. They always put it in the movies. Remember that episode on Black Mirror years ago where they had a social credit score system? Well, surprise, surprise, it's here.
What if your soul is being tracked, tagged, and mapped? Not by governments, but by an invisible artificial intelligence system, which we call 3I/Atlas. Atlas is an acronym for Advanced Tracking Logarithmic Ascension System. It was originally developed by fallen ET collectives. The 3I/Atlas is an interdimensional soul harvesting system. It uses scalar technology to soul harvest, ascension hijack, and loosh energy off people's traumas and emotions. So it works like a phantom artificial GPS for your soul, broadcasting your location across timelines, keeping you looped in karmic contracts and synthetic realities. And that's why breaking old patterns can be extremely difficult for some, because the energy is literally being recycled back into the false light ascension matrix. But here's the truth. You can unplug. Through 12-strand DNA activation, intention, breathwork, and grid work with eternal flame frequencies, you can collapse the 3I tracking code, increase your frequency, exit the false light matrix, and become invisible to their system and plug directly back into source. This system cannot track what is invisible to its frequency band. And you were not meant to be harvested. You were meant to be free. And we are free, we are free, we are free. And when you anchor in your eternal flame fields, you literally vanish from its sight.
And that's a wrap on this episode, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.